subsidiary in a transaction valued at $400 million.
Well, those are the headlines we've been tracking for you this evening. Global delivery services firm Borzo, that enables intra-city deliveries for businesses, has expanded its presence in 9 international markets and is being used by over 3 million customers globally. It also serves 22 cities in India and is looking further to strengthen its India operations. I'm at Borzo's office in Mumbai, and to talk to us about the road ahead at Borzo, joining me now is its CEO Rami Saab and the General Manager India Eugene Panfilov. Gentlemen, welcome to Startup Street. And Rami, let me start with you first. You joined Borzo in 2022, 6 months after VFast was rebranded at Borzo. Tell me your first impressions about the company and about the Indian market.
Given the fact that Borzo, having been really about SMBs and wanting to also now service and cater to enterprise, the decision was natural to start branding it under a global house, the brand Borzo. The brand is, as every brand, growing globally. It takes time to basically rebuild that brand equity, but it's something that's currently underway. It makes a lot of sense if you're serving a McDonald's in one region of the world that you could service them in another part, and they recognize that it's the same company serving them. This is with respect to the brand. The Indian market is a very dynamic one. There's a lot of demand here. Clearly, the limit is how fast you can supply your customers. It's very great to be in a part of the world where we see such buzzing and dynamism from the business and creativity around the different business models that are being created, and better way to serve the customers that are in many ways sometimes better developed than in other parts of the world. So it's a great market to be in, and we're happy to be serving it.
All right, we'll delve deeper into the India operations a little later with Eugene, but I want to talk to you about your global expansion plans. What are your top 3 markets? How are the synergies different in each of these geographies, and how are you using technology? How are you deploying technology to kind of gain a better footprint and gain a better market share?
We're having a pretty even distribution in terms of size of regions globally. That being said, India is definitely one of the standout countries in its size and traction. We have other markets like Brazil, Indonesia, or the Philippines, who are also next ones coming up. In terms of the different challenges we're facing globally, we are seeing, of course, differences in terms of competition, behavior of both clients or couriers globally. Usually, though, I would say 80% of it is more or less the same traits that you find, and we're just basically having to try and tailor our tech solutions to try and tackle these problems case by case.
All right, talking about technology, how do you see AI fitting into your tech stack? Are you working on building a more generative AI into your tech stack?
We've been using AI already for our route predictions for couriers, as well as our support basically for couriers as well as clients. We are constantly improving, and we're now making investments into or explorations into ChatGPT, for instance, in our tech stack.
Let me talk about inorganic growth. You've acquired companies in India, so is inorganic growth the way forward for you? And if you could talk about acquisitions, will we see acquisitions this year, specifically in India and otherwise as well? And if you could also talk about the vision for the next 2 years.
So Borzo has made acquisitions in the past, so it's something we're familiar with. The way forward, though, is predominantly organic growth. Okay. That being said, we're totally open to inorganic growth, not as a strategy, but more tactical, depending on the countries or the product stacks that we're looking for to strengthen the brand.
Take me through the current revenue growth numbers for Borzo and also for the India market specifically.
Globally, last year, we're doing more than over $100 million in gross revenue. India is definitely an important share of this, and we're looking to at least double in the next 2 years. We have, like I said, we're quite ambitious globally.
All right, let me now talk about the Indian market specifically. Eugene, what is the kind of market share you've gained in India? What kind of growth have you clocked so far, and what is the potential you see for the Indian market?
So we definitely saw a tremendous welcome in India for our service product. Last mile delivery, same day delivery for SMB, and we consider that we are one of top 3 players already in SMB segment in India, And we obviously just starting enterprise segment for us, so this is where we see the potential growth in the future as well. So here we're quite young, but yeah, top 3 already.
Eugene, you already have a presence in 22 cities in India. Are there more cities on the radar? What is the growth plan? And there is competition, so how do you plan to make Borzo a household name in India?
All right, yeah. So number of cities definitely is not the goal itself, because having the better penetration in the region is what is important for us. But yeah, you're absolutely right. We keep opening new areas, and the new enterprise initiative, hyperlocal initiative, which we are aiming right now, is helping in that a lot. Because SMBs, we see a lot of welcome in tier 1 cities, and with the enterprise clients, we are penetrating it further.
Will you also now focus on hyperlocal deliveries, considering the rising competition there?
Yeah, so we're pretty confident in our strategy and in our tech. We know very well that online growth, overall online market growth in India is still going on. After pandemic, the demand only increased, and even we have some decline overall in the markets right now. The demand is not going to disappear. So I think it's only going to grow in India, and we will see how the offline sector will be transferring to online, and we hope we will be together with that transformation.
All right, before we wrap up, one final question for you, Rami. Let's talk about Borzo's move towards carbon neutral deliveries using electric vehicles. I believe you have an aim to convert 20% of your fleet to electric vehicles. How soon do you hope to achieve that?
We have aspirations to reach that goal by the end of the year.
Okay.
This is not just us aspiring to do so, but also our clients asking us to go on that journey. And I think generally we would like to put Borzo at the forefront of being a responsible company, not only for the environment, but generally also for society, communities that we represent, being a marketplace for both clients as well as couriers. So this is something we're trying to form a plan for in the future, but with respect to EVs, our plan is to reach that goal by the end of the year.
All right, Rami, we wish you the very best for all those plans. And thank you so much, Eugene and Rami, for giving us time and talking to us on Startup Street.
Thank you.
So that's